Breaking right now, police say they have a potential suspect in the murder of a Mercer County teenager. We're live with the latest on the investigation.
3 men charged in connection to a Richmond police officer's murder went back to court today. The judge had a message for the grieving community.
A Whitley County man is dead. A former jail guard now in jail, charged with this murder after a deadly pedestrian wreck here on US 25.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
We have just learned that police have made an arrest on the murder of a Central Kentucky teenager.
Investigators say another juvenile has just been charged with murder and robbery. The body of 17-year-old Tristan Cole's body was found last night in a rural area off of Deep Creek Road west of Harrodsburg. Police say he was shot. WKYT's Victor Puente is live for us in Mercer County with the breaking details. Victor?
Tristan Cole's family tells me he was a sweet, quiet teen. They say they can't understand why anyone would have wanted to hurt him. His body was found last night, and now another teenager is charged with murder. Kentucky State Police told us a few hours ago they had a possible suspect. Now they say they've charged a juvenile with shooting and killing 17-year-old Tristan Cole. That teenager is charged with murder and robbery. Cole's body was found near a field off of Deepwater Creek in the western part of Mercer County. A neighbor said another neighbor noticed Cole's truck parked there overnight and went to go check it out. When he did, he found the body and called police. The Mercer County Sheriff's Department and Kentucky State Police are both involved in the investigation. They haven't released the circumstances surrounding the shooting. Cole's father came to that field earlier today. He said they were searching for him Wednesday evening because he didn't show up for school yesterday morning.
His grandmother was worried to death about him. Her name's Louise, and she loved him to death, and she has pretty much raised him. I have not been in his life. His mother and me did not get along, and I regret that to this day.
State police tell us they aren't releasing the name of the person who was charged because he's a juvenile. Live in Mercer County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Cole was a junior at Mercer County High School. The school system says they had counselors available today for both students and staff.
Fire damaged a Clark County home this afternoon. Firefighters were called to the home on Linden Avenue just after 2 o'clock. Everyone inside the home was able to get out. The front of the home was badly damaged. The people living in the home say they're just happy that everyone inside was able to get out safely.
I'm very blessed that my grandkids and my son and my daughter-in-law and my husband got out. Thank God for answering prayers.
The homeowner tells us they were able to get out some of the things inside the house. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Highway 52 East in Madison County was closed this afternoon because of a gas leak. Columbia Pipeline Group says they were working on a line between Waco Baptist Church and Waco BP gas station when the line was damaged. The road was closed for over 2 hours. It reopened just before 4. Columbia Gas says a handful of customers will have their service impacted. Crews are working to repair the line as quickly as they can.
New developments today in the case against 3 suspects charged in connection to the murder of a Central Kentucky police officer. Police say that Gregory Ratliff led Officer Daniel Ellis into an ambush before Riley Sizemore shot him to death at a home in Richmond late last year. Carl Banks is also facing charges in the case. WKYT's Mark Barber was in Madison County for the hearing this afternoon.
Bailiffs tell me they brought in 7 extra court officers to add another layer of security because Riley Sizemore was in court. Bailiffs say the accused cop killer was also wearing a stun vest, so if they needed to, they could shock him from a safe distance. As Officer Daniel Ellis's widow looked on through tears, Riley Sizemore, her husband's accused killer, stood before a judge. The judge tried to schedule a trial date for the high-profile case today, but Sizemore's lead attorney was not in court, so the judge agreed to set the trial date next month. Police say Sizemore shot Officer Ellis in the head back in November. According to investigators, Gregory Ratliff, a second man facing murder charges in the case, led Ellis into the ambush. The 7-year veteran of the police department was investigating an attempted robbery when he showed up at Ratliff's home on Ballard Drive. Police say the 26-year-old opened the door for Ellis and told him no one was inside. According to police, Sizemore shot Ellis when he reached the back bedroom. If Ratliff and Sizemore are convicted, they could face the death penalty. When one of Sizemore's attorneys asked the judge if he would wait to schedule a trial date, he said he did not want to delay the case any longer.
It's unfair to your client. Correct. Trial. It's not fair to my community that needs a speedy trial. Not fair to the Commonwealth to have them tie up their resources.
The judge says this is the most important case he has, so he will allow the trial to last up to a month. He thinks it will be another 11 to 14 months until the case goes to trial. In Richmond, Mark Barber, WKYT.
A third man, Carl Banks, was also in court today. He's charged with attempted robbery. He will be back in court next month with Rita Creech, the fourth person charged with attempted robbery in this case.
A former Southern Kentucky jail guard is in jail charged with murder. Investigators say Adam Childress was driving down US 25 when his car went over the curb, hitting and killing Richard Perkins. Perkins was walking his dog at the time. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Whitley County with the latest on the investigation.
Adam David Childress was driving along US 25 here about 6 o'clock last night when several witnesses say that they saw him driving erratically. In fact, they were just getting ready to call 911, I'm told, when they saw him jump the curve, run up on this sidewalk, go about 150 feet, and hit Richard E. Perkins. Police say after that, Childress didn't stop and continued on, wrecking some 6 miles away on Kentucky 92. He was taken to a Corbin hospital, then to the Whitley County Jail. Police say Childress admitted to them that he had been drinking beer but didn't remember hitting anyone. Perkins, who had been walking one of his dogs, was pronounced dead on the scene. The dog was taken to a local vet where it is expected to be okay. Police say Childress was charged with murder, DUI, hit and run, leaving the scene of an accident, and failure to render aid. Perkins was killed close to his home.
But everybody that would be in town would know Richard just because he'd walk in town and walk back and forth to his home. He was less than half a mile from his residence where he was hit.
I've learned today that Adam David Childress actually used to work at the Whitley County Jail. He resigned about 1.5 years ago. The jailer tells me that happened after there were some allegations of him coming to work under the influence of alcohol. I've also learned that an Adam David Childress has faced several other alcohol-related charges over the years. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, in Whitley County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Police say the lab work will determine Childress's blood alcohol level and if he had anything else in his system.
Now, we finally have some sunshine in the forecast, and it is going to stick around for a while. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell joins us from the First Alert Severe Weather Center with an early look at a forecast that looks beautiful.
Oh, beauty across the board here. We are talking sunny skies, daytime highs in the 70s. There's one day we might even try to get close to the 80-degree mark. That's how impressive these temperatures look. Some of the headlines as we move forward, though, we are still tracking a southern chance of a shower across southern Kentucky, of course. You might run into a stray one out there this evening. We look at spring, though, dominating from this point forward, really. Daytime highs, as I mentioned, in the 70s, and temps are going to remain above average. We're already at 70 degrees out there this evening. 72 in Richmond, 71 in London. Look at Middlesboro and Jackson, both coming in at 74 degrees in each location. And as we look ahead to tomorrow, we're going to do it all over again. There you see some of that cloud cover holding steady across southern sections of Kentucky. Again, stray shower in that area, mainly on the dry side. Get out there and enjoy it. Got several chances. We'll track the rest of the 7-day, the 70s and 80s. Kind of boring now. I'll have that coming up for you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Jim. Environmental activist Erin Brockovich wants to get to the bottom of what's turned a Kentucky creek bright green. Jennifer Palumbo's at the live desk with the story getting attention now on WKYT.com. Jennifer?
Sam, Erin Brockovich is the woman thrust into the spotlight after Julia Roberts portrayed Brockovich's battle over toxic water. Now she's turning her attention to eastern Kentucky. This week, neighbors in the Martin County community of Tomahawk noticed a yellow-colored stream behind their homes. On her Facebook page, Brockovich shared photos of the Rock House Creek and promised to get to the bottom of this. She said the state's Division of Water, along with Martin County officials, are investigating as well. In her post, Brockovich wrote, "We're accustomed to this expletive because it happens often when our creeks are running black with coal mine slurry. Couldn't count the times the reports have said source unknown." Our online team checked with the Kentucky Energy and Environment Cabinet. Spokesman John Murrah said investigators went out after receiving the call earlier this week, and the creek was discolored, much like what's pictured in Brockovich's Facebook post. But the next day, the contamination seemed to be clearing up. Brockovich raised the question of whether fracking caused it. Murrah said there's no indication that's the cause. At the live desk, Jennifer Palumbo, WKYT.
The state is conducting laboratory tests on the water to get a better idea of what is in it. You can read about this story now on WKYT.com.
Democratic presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders will face off in another debate tonight, this time in New York.
Firefighters often refer to themselves as a brotherhood, but at the top of this brotherhood, you'll find her, Lexington's first female fire chief. Being a woman in a man's world isn't what makes her unique. Her story tonight at 6 on WKYT.
Can you help me figure out what to plant in my front yard to help our curb appeal?
Sorry, I just started working here last week, so I'm not sure. Hey, can you help her find some plants?
Sorry, kid. I work in the plumbing department.
Can you help me figure out what to plant to help our curb appeal?
Piece of cake. First, you need a few dwarf boxwoods over there. Supplement those with a crate. Take your curb appeal to the next level. At King's Gardens, we share your passion for plants.
Shouldn't you have a checking account that makes your life easier? Introducing Easy Checking from Republic Bank. Relax with no minimum balance or monthly maintenance fee. Easily send money through our app with mobile Pop Money. Remembering your password is as easy as scanning your fingerprint or eye using iPrint ID. And for easy access to your money, you can use 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs worldwide. Easy checking for your hard-earned money. We're Republic Bank, and it's just easier here.
Hi, I'm Brian. I buy houses in the Lexington area. No more stress. I can buy your house as is and we'll close professionally with a Lexington attorney. You can get all cash, debt relief, and peace of mind. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Hitting someone at 35 miles per hour is like throwing them off a 4-story building. A little extra speed is a lot more deadly. Slow down, Lexington.
Spring is here. It's time for our April Show You the Savings event at Adams Buick GMC Truck in Richmond. Now you can save $10,000 on a new Sierra SLE 4x4. Save $5,000 on a new GMC Terrain, now just $23,120. Get a new Sierra Double Cab for $28,645. Or save $6,000 on a new GMC Acadia. Plus, get the Adams Advantage, a limited lifetime powertrain warranty. It's our April Show You the Savings event, only at Adams Buick GMC Truck in Richmond, where
Sid says sell them.
At Hair Win, we've been helping people for 125 years.
If you've been injured in a life-changing accident, we can help.
Contact us at helpingkentucky.com.
Hair Win. Visit helpingkentucky.com.
WKYT News is brought to you by Paul Miller Ford. Drive happy. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
It has been a fantastic Thursday out there with a lot of sunshine. Now in southern Kentucky, we started tracking a little more cloud cover and even a stray shower or two trying to go up in those areas. But that is about it as far as rain chances are concerned today. Look to the outside and you see a lot of the blue. And off in the distance, I've kept it on this view all day to just watch those clouds because we are looking toward the south and you can see thicker cloud cover showing up. It's not a big deal, but that's some of the clouds kind of just ease off and work their way toward the north from some of those clouds that could produce a shower or two in some of our southern counties. 70 degrees here in Lexington, wind gusts dying down for us here recently. You'll still get a little bit of one from time to time, but overall just a pretty quiet evening ahead. Again, unless you're in some of our southern counties where they have the clouds. And a stray shower chance. 72 down the road into Richmond, 68 Mount Sterling, and more low and mid 70s in southeastern Kentucky. It's where the best concentration of the warmth is for us today. Tomorrow, we'll all get in on it again tomorrow. Low 70s and a little more sunshine. but we'll also mix in some of the clouds just like we're doing right now. And we might even have a very small shower chance showing up in parts of our area. There you see a little hit and miss action to some of these showers, and parts of Whitley County go over into Knox County, Bell County getting in on it. So very small showers indeed. That's the same zone that we have between around now and 11 o'clock tonight that has a chance to see a stray shower, just a little renegade shower that goes up here over the next several hours. As we look ahead into your Friday, it's another fantastic day. From central Kentucky into eastern Kentucky, we're in the 60s and 70s. By the numbers, we should be about 5 to 7 degrees above average tomorrow, mid-60s. That's where we should normally be. Some of us will be much higher than that. Timing, this is what's fantastic. From Friday, really today, but from Friday all the way through next week and beyond. We have a nice run coming in the weather world for you, these spring temperatures. Off to our 7-day forecast we go, where we have all of it. We even have a little taste of summer. If we can get all the way close to 80 degrees there on Monday, you can call that a true taste of summer. But we have a lot of warmth in between now and then. Plenty of time for mowing, plenty of time for doing things outside. There's some pleasant things you can do outside, too. You can grill out and eat. And
I heard the hum of that lawnmower a lot today in the neighborhood. Seems like everybody's trying to jump on it.
Yeah, because it's going to get out of control really soon if you don't get on it right now.
Sure. Thank you, Jim.
Okay.
Live look at Lexington rush hour traffic this afternoon. Cleaning up the crash at Castle and Cooper. That turned out to be a non-injury, but they're waiting on a record to clear that intersection for us. Chase Creek Alumni still showing one lane possibly blocked there. Interstate looks okay. Just keeping an eye on 75 and 64 overall. Looking good. As far as drive times go to Nicholasville, 12 to 15 minutes. It looks like we're still okay to Richmond across the Clay Ferry Bridge. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Don. The Kentucky Children's Hospital receiving a large donation to their pediatric advanced care team this afternoon.
Firefighters often refer to themselves as a brotherhood, but at the top of this brotherhood, you'll find her, Lexington's first female fire chief. Being a woman in a man's world isn't what makes her unique. Her story tonight at 6 on WKYT.
It was a routine call, a code 7 at a local laundromat. What we saw, well, nothing can prepare you for it. We went in, we approached the victim. He was dying of boredom. Agents of play, sir. We got there just in time. We handed him a scratch-off ticket and watched him play. Thank you. Have fun. I'm serious. His smile, well, that's the only thanks we needed. It's what being an agent of play is all about.
Put a little play in your day, week, month, or year with these exciting new scratch-offs from the Kentucky Lottery. Fueling imagination, funding education.
It's intelligent enough to warn of danger from virtually anywhere. It's been smashed and driven. It's perceptive enough to detect other vehicles on the road. It's been shaken and pummeled. It's innovative enough to brake by itself, park itself, and help you steer. It's been in the rain and dragged through the mud. The 2016 GLE. It's where brains meet brawn. Lease the GLE 350 for $599 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
If you've always dreamed of a four-seasons sunroom, now you can make your dream come true. A beautiful four-seasons room lets the light in so you can enjoy the company of friends and family season after season and can increase the size and value of your home for as little as $129 a month. Call Four Seasons today and get free installation for a limited time. Live, love your life in a four-seasons sunroom.
Buying a new energy-efficient refrigerator or freezer? Well, get paid to upgrade. Let our Energy Star Appliance Rebate Program help you earn cash back on a range of Energy Star certified appliances. Just visit our website to see how to get paid to upgrade. A message from your Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Thank you for this, Ariel.
The crayons made a big difference.
It may not seem like much to you,
but it means the world to us.
Kroger stores are increasing local community rewards donations to $3.6 million, and you can help decide where that money goes. Sign up at Kroger.com/community rewards and link your Plus card to the local group that matters most to you.
When we all join together, there's nothing we can't do. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
When severe storms roll in, we go to work to keep you and your family safe with continuous coverage on air, on WKYT.com, and wherever you are with our news and weather apps. First Alert Severe Weather Days, only on WKYT.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
The Democratic presidential candidates will face off in another debate tonight, this time in New York, and it's a state which both Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton claim as home turf.
CBS's Jamie Yukas is in Brooklyn with a look at what's at stake in this battle for the Big Apple.
Brooklyn native Bernie Sanders and former New York Senator Hillary Clinton can both claim home field advantage tonight in their 9th presidential debate. This one coming just 5 days before voters here head to the polls in the state's primary. Caitlin Huey Burns of nonpartisan group Real Clear Politics lays out what we should expect.
I think Hillary Clinton is really focused on blunting Sanders' momentum. Bernie Sanders has been hitting Hillary Clinton over her qualifications, over her ties to Wall Street.
Both candidates have spent a lot of time courting New York City residents this week, with good reason. 70% of presidential primary voters come from the city and its suburbs.
When I grew up in Brooklyn,
I think New York values are at the core of American values. That's why I'm proud to be a New Yorker.
Sanders has been drawing big crowds. 27,000 turned out to hear him last night in Greenwich Village. But Clinton is drawing bigger numbers in the polls. She's up by at least 10 points.
But the race could be much closer. That's because both candidates have a strong core audience among New York's voters. Hillary Clinton does well in diverse areas, which New York has to offer, and Bernie Sanders does well among, white working class voters, which we have upstate.
Other issues almost guaranteed to come up in New York: Wall Street regulation and terrorism. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Brooklyn, New York.
5 more northeastern states will hold their primaries 1 week after the big contest in New York.
3 people are in the hospital after a 2-vehicle accident. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Estill County. It happened after noon today on Millers Creek Road in Irvin. State police say that 3 people were taken to the hospital, 2 of them in serious condition. Their conditions are unknown at this time. The accident remains under investigation. In Laurel County, a man was arrested after destroying a hotel room. Police were called to the motel on Highway 770 Tuesday night for a man who was trying to eat landscaping mulch. Police say that they found Johnny Wayne Hurt in a room that had been destroyed. Hurt was charged with public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief. And in Clay County, Kentucky State Police are looking for a missing woman. 30-year-old Angela Smith was last seen at her home on Little Creek Road on March 12th. State police say that no one has talked to Smith since that day. She was reported missing on March 27th. Anyone with information on where she might be is asked to contact state police.
The Kentucky Children's Hospital received a large donation from Paul Miller Mazda this afternoon. A $25,000 check was presented to the UK Pediatric Advanced Care Team, which provides palliative care services for children with serious injuries and their families. Kentucky Children's Hospital's Pediatric Advanced Care Team leader, Lindsay Ragsdale, says that the money they will receive will go a long way to help families in the way they need it.
Our team goes in and asks the families what they need. So sometimes it is tangible things like they need help just getting home, just support. They don't have enough money to buy gas. It could be that they don't have medical equipment in the home to take care of their child. It could be that they just need support because coping is very hard during these kind of illnesses. So that's what our team does to help support them.
Paul Miller Mazda has donated to the UK Pediatric Advanced Care Team for the past 3 years.
Coming up on WKYT News at 5:30, a man accused of killing a baby in 2014 went before a judge this afternoon.
Studies show the number of teens using tobacco products is not going down, and eating healthy is never as easy as it sounds. Coming up in Better Living, some tips on how to control your eating habits.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT. Get WKYT news and weather updates on 104.5 The Cat.
If you've been injured in an accident, your injuries can last a long time, even a lifetime. Visit forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The sensation salad is so good. It's like change your life good. You have your own late night show?
And we are back. We're back with Sarah.
Sarah, I'd like you to meet Liam. Liam and his lemur.
Life-changing? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely. The Sensation Salad is back. Chicken fingers, crispy wonton strips, Asian slaw, honey sesame sauce, and a veggie egg roll. Only at Zaxby's.
At Frankfort Toyota, we have new 2016 Camrys, up to $3,900 off MSRP or 0% financing for 60 months. New 2016 Corollas and RAV4s, up to $2,200 off MSRP or 0% financing for 60 months. And we'll double your no-cost maintenance to 4 years or 50,000 miles.
Frankfort Toyota, Google rated 4.9 out of 5 stars.
Frankfort Toyota, and online at frankforttoyota.com.
Steak? I thought we were on a budget.
I can't eat another fish stick.
I hear you. How about a vacation?
I thought we were on a budget.
If we book on Allegiant, we can totally afford it. The sun, the surf, we all deserve a break. Listen to your wallet.
Kids all set?
Yeah. What should I order? It's so beautiful here. I love the sun. The weather is perfect. My tan looks amazing. Ready to eat?
Listen to your wallet and visit Allegiant.com now.
You're gonna love what's new at Fazoli's, the Create Your Own Sampler. You get 3 choices of Italian deliciousness from 12 Fazoli's favorites. That's over 250 combinations for just $6.99. Only at
Fazoli's.
I'm Amy Henson. My husband and I founded Rock Bottom Soaps. We use goat milk to make soaps and lotions that help dry, irritated skin. We're members of Appalachian Proud, part of the Kentucky Proud program, which helps local families just like ours. Look for Kentucky Proud products available every day at Kroger.
Right now at Kroger, Ale 8 is 3 for $10 when you buy 3. And Kroger Sour Cream or Dip is 2 for $4. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't, until I learned about Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure, custom make, and install right over your existing tub. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. I know because I did it.
Our Splash in the Savings event is going on now. Call 888-997-1357 and save up to $500 plus a free upgrade package.
It is time now for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. When it comes to eating right, we always have the best intentions, but sometimes an impulse buy or craving can ruin our efforts. Mary Maloney has more on how to control your eating habits.
If you've ever gone grocery shopping on an empty stomach, chances are you've made a few bad choices. WebMD put together some tips on dieting, and one way to avoid filling your shopping cart with items you later regret buying is by simply chewing gum. People who chew gum while shopping had fewer junk food cravings and opted for healthier options. If you're worried about what to eat when you're out, remember, healthy foods first. Pile on the veggies, then go for the meats and sides. Another great way to control your eating is by paying with cash. Studies show you're more likely to load up your cart when using plastic. If you're trying to lose some extra pounds, skip the cooking shows. People tend to snack more while watching food-related TV. You can also try using smaller plates for meals. Studies show your brain correlates the size of your dish with how much food you're supposed to eat. And drink more water. Drinking several ounces per day can keep you hydrated and help reduce calorie intake. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
The number of teens using tobacco is not going down. The information was released in the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's annual National Youth Tobacco Survey. It shows nearly 5 million middle and high school students have used tobacco in the past year. Doctors say new tobacco options will continue to pop up, and addressing the problem in youth is the only way to keep tobacco use down. McDonald's is putting a wrap on its wraps. The restaurant says their signature product was supposed to attract younger, healthier eaters, But millennials weren't biting. The fast food giant began phasing out McWraps last summer and discontinued 2 of its snack wraps, the honey mustard and Chipotle barbecue, nationally. Some markets will continue selling the chicken ranch version. And the average price of gas is going back up. According to GasBuddy.com, the average price is ringing in at about $2.10 a gallon today. Prices are up 16 cents from this time last month, and they're down 28 cents from this time last year. California has the highest prices at $2.78 a gallon. In Lexington, the average price of gas is currently about $2.16. Now, here's what's coming up for you at 5:30.